Hey there, welcome back to Angry Bird. I'm going to talk about courage today, what it looks like to me, and how I've seen it in my life, and who I think the heroes are now, based on just that word. So, courage is defined as the mental or moral strength to venture, preserve, and withstand danger, fear, or difficulty. Danger, fear, or difficulty to withstand it, preserve. The moral strength to venture. Okay. So, what does that mean? What does that mean? Well, I'll give you a couple different examples. If you are a whistleblower, what does that mean to be a whistleblower? Okay, I'm just going to give you my view, my perspective. If you don't know what a whistleblower is, it's essentially somebody in the inside somewhere that has information that no one else has. And they've determined right and wrong, and they're whistleblowing that what they're doing is wrong. That's a whistleblower. Why do you think a guy like me, an average bloke out there, I don't even know if I'm average. I couldn't tell you. I just feel like I am. Everyone thinks they're average, right? I guess. Why does that look so courageous to a guy like me? Well, what do you risk whistleblowing? What's the risk? Okay. You're in an environment, you're working, you're surrounded by colleagues you've worked with for years, maybe. You're in a field, you're trying to advance your career, and you're trying to move up the chain, or you're trying to make more money, or you're trying to do something. Why else would you be there, right? You're there for a purpose. Your purpose is to either help people make money, grow your career. I don't know. Point is you're not there to find out the inner workings and be a snitch. You're not there for that. So in the process of working somewhere, you realize there's some shady shit going on. And you have to decide, are you okay with that? Yes or no? And if you're not okay with that, do you attack the problem or do you leave? Because you can always leave, right? You can always just, I can't be a part of this. Resign and leave, right? That's one way to handle it. The other way is to whistleblow. Whistleblowers, man, if you follow media, whistleblowers are not treated well in society. They're called snitches. Snitches get stitches. Snitches get ditches. Snitches all whatever, right? Never snitch on nobody. Never snitch, right? Don't be a snitch. Whistleblowers are frowned upon because they're the people that fuck it up for the others that are taking advantage. And they risk it all. They risk their career. Who hires somebody that turns on their team? Right? Because you don't know. You don't know. If you're the other guy and you're reading stories and you're trying to find the right pick and you see somebody that's kind of found something wrong, went out there and told the world, you want people on your team to come tell you if they see something and you want to be able to try to resolve it, right? If you're an honest guy. So sometimes seeing a whistleblower, you're like, oh shit, is this guy just dirty or is he just trying to get some money or what, right? Because that's how they'll spin it. The whistleblower is a disgruntled old employee that hates us. The whistleblower is somebody that has a long history of X, X, and X, and X, and X, right? That's how they'll spin it. It'll never be, we have the courage to realize we fucked up, the whistleblower's right, and we're going to change our ways. How many companies you see do that? How many entities out there that get whistleblown on just come clean like that? Just absolutely just fucking come clean. So whistleblowers face untold scrutiny, man, after the whistleblow. They're going to get ridiculed. They're going to get mocked. They're going to get attacked. They put their family at risk. And they did it on a moral standing. Let that fucking register. See, to me, that's the difference. The moral standing is the difference. A whistleblower, all whistleblowers probably aren't all correct. Some of them probably see shit just wrong. But I think the lion's share of whistleblowers absolutely are fucking whistleblowing for the right reasons. Absolutely whistleblowing on something they legit found. And when they come clean and they get out there in the public and then they get ridiculed, I mean, just the courage to go through with that is off the charts to me. All right? What's another courage that you can see daily? Courage, right? Women that have been raped. Do you know the amount of courage it takes to be a victim in that magnitude? And then still come forward to tell on the person and then put your whole fucking episode that happened to you in the public eye to make sure that someone else doesn't get off the hook. And even then they might. Even then they might look at you as they're just trying to get money or they're just trying to get attention. Like the society, the way they look at rape victims somehow, for some reason now. Because of all the NDAs that rich people do. So it looks like there ain't that many victims, right? It looks like there ain't that many. How many rape victims don't even come forward because of that? And the ones that do, their courage is off the charts. It takes a different type of human to go through something so dramatic and then still have the courage to face it again in the court, in the public. Keep saying that story over and over and over again, having to fucking relive it. That's courage, man. When people shun that shit, they shit on the whistleblowers, they shit on rape victims. That's cowardly, man. That's fucking cowardly. That's so easy to do. You can excuse anything, right? You can shit on a homeless person then even. Oh, it's their fault they're homeless. It's their fault they got raped. Look at the clothes they wore. Look where they went. Never blame the man. Never blame the system. Look at the whistleblower. They just want attention. They just didn't like where they worked, right? Never look at the fact that they're just trying to help other people. The rape victim just trying to make sure that criminal's off the streets. They never look at it the right way. Courage is hidden, and it's not hidden. It all depends on your seat at the table and how you view the world. See, if you think snitches deserve ditches, and you think the profit line of next month is more important than human lives, you're just an insufferable piece of shit. You don't have courage. You're a coward. You'll kill other people through laws, through taxes, through power, but you won't go face them, will you? That's cowardly. That's dropping bombs from afar because you can't face the consequences of the shit you've done. You see, cowardness is when you can't own your mistakes. Courage is calling out mistakes even when you face untold self-consequences for doing so. That's fucking courage. I'll give you one last example of courage, and then I'm going to call this video a day. It's immigrant courage. Immigrant courage. You know, there's people out there that look like me, talk like me, and they hate immigrants. They hate them. You know, they just don't want nothing to do with them. Don't want to know. Have no fucking clue. Right? That's cowardly, man. If you ask me, that's cowardly. Because it takes courage, true courage, to want to learn. It does. It's easy to quit learning, man. It's easy to quit understanding at some point. It just is. It's easier. It's hard to be determined to keep learning. It takes courage to do that. But immigrants in another country, knowing full well they're there illegally, knowing full well that any given day could be their last day there. Any given day, they can end up in a situation where they're done. And they go there anyway. And they find a job anyway, right? They just go, try to find a job in a place where they're not supposed to be. They find a job. They participate anyway in a society. They keep their head down and they just keep working anyway, knowing full well they got no rights. Knowing full well, not no rights, barely any. Knowing full well any given day could be their last. And they participate anyway. You know, they would walk a continent for the opportunity. That's courage. That's courage. Cowardly is not recognizing it. Cowardly is not understanding that. Would you fucking walk a continent right now? The USA is in turmoil. A guy looks like me, quacks like me, says immigrants are evil, right? All right, fine. USA's on fire. Your salvation is fucking Brazil. Get hiking. Get hiking. Show me your courage that they have. You see, you could spin it any way you want, but those are the most courageous motherfuckers there is, right? You wouldn't fucking do it. There ain't no way you'd pack your bags right now and start walking, trekking to Brazil for a better fucking life for you and your family, knowing full well but when you get there, you'll be illegal. Knowing full well the whole trek there, you could be raped, murdered, and otherwise. You just don't even fucking know. You could be enslaved on the way there. You don't know. You're going to face that? Nah. They did. And then we pretend like they're bad. They're the most courageous people there are. See it. They would do that just for a job, to feed their family, for the opportunity to be in a community that's safer than where they were, and all illegally. That's courage. At any rate, it's just a thought, guys. I know that courage to some people looks like military boots. And it is. It fucking is. But it's also different when you know you have an entire country there armed up next to you. So when you sign life and limb, you are backed. And there's certain comfort there knowing that a lot of people make it back. A lot of people will make it home. And there's a lot of people behind you when you sign that line. There's courage there knowing that you might not make it back. But it's not the same as walking across a fucking continent, facing untold crimes. It's not the same. It's a courage, but it's not peak courage. Peak courage is your life risking it all for something better. Is peak fucking courage. Your livelihood, your family, risking it all to whistleblow because you know right from wrong and you got a moral fucking compass and you understand harming others is worse than saying nothing. It's worse than dealing with the consequences of whistleblowing. Courage is knowing full well There's going to be people out there not believing you, knowing full well you're going to have to relive that crime that was just committed on you over and over and over and over again to plead your case to try to get a fucking criminal off the streets. And you don't even know if it's going to work. You don't know if that's even going to be a thing. If that's the outcome you're going to get. You face untold bullshit just trying to get somebody accountable for the crime they did on you. That's courage, man. Learn what the fuck it is. It ain't money in your pocket. It ain't avoiding fucking drafts. It ain't sending other people off to do your fucking killing for you. Courage is facing accountability for your crimes. It's facing accountability for your actions. It's standing up for other people who don't know you're standing up for them, like a whistleblower would. It's standing up and reliving cruelties to yourself in order to get somebody else off the fucking street so no one else gets fucking hurt. Anyway, love y'all. You guys have a great day. Show some fucking courage.